Hi everybody, this is Rose. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be breaking down the ultimate K-beauty cult favorites. Now these are products that I almost guarantee that every girl living in Seoul has in their bathroom. If that sounds like something you're interested in, then carry on watching and we'll get right into it. So as we already know, the Korean skincare industry is absolutely cutthroat. There's such a high level of competition and innovation that people are constantly moving on to new products, new brands. However, there are a very select few that maintain their popularity. This is when they become cult classics. Now, first up on my list is a cleanser that I can honestly say I use twice a day, every single day, and have done for years, and that is the low pH Good Morning Gel Cleanser from COSRX. Now I just love this cleanser so much because, as we know, I have extremely sensitive skin. It becomes irritated all the time, and for reasons that I still don't even completely understand. But one thing I have noticed is that my skin really doesn't get along with cleansers very well, which I know seems ridiculous because that's the thing that you're supposed to use every single day all the time to clean your skin. But with water-based cleansers, my skin would get really irritated. They were usually way too harsh on my skin, and it was actually doing a lot more damage to my skin than good by cleansing it. Yeah, you see, and this happens to me a lot. Like, skin, do you not see me buying you expensive things? Do you not see me spending time trying to figure you out? Like, let me love you. Why are you always fighting me? Always. But when I found this particular cleanser, I just completely fell in love. It's super gentle. It foams up really nicely in your hands when you put a little bit of water with it. It covers your face very well. You don't have to use a lot to be able to wash your face properly. And as I say, it was completely non-irritant for me, which was kind of a breakthrough because I really hadn't found something that would work super well with my skin. I love that this cleanser actually leaves my skin feeling more hydrated than before cleansing, and sometimes I feel like a lot of water-based cleansers can strip your skin. So this product retails for approximately $10. Now obviously it's different in different countries and all of that kind of stuff, but it is a very affordable cleanser. Yeah, so for this, I promise you I really did do my research, try and do my research for you and like find proper prices, but like every single website I went to had a different price. It was impossible. So I've done my best to give you like a basic number that you should be looking at. It's these independent sellers, yo. They're like undercutting everyone like ninjas. But like a good rule of thumb is that if you're paying way more than what I say in this video, or if you're paying way less, be wary of that because you're either being undersold something, like you're probably not being sold the actual product, or you're just kind of being taken for a ride and it's not actually the product that you think it is. And you get a lot of bang for your buck. You don't have to use a lot to wash your face properly. So that's another reason why I love this product. And for more tips on how to be broke, play the system, but still look flawless, keep watching. And again, it's become really a cult classic in South Korea. A lot of people use it as like their baseline everyday go-to cleanser twice a day, and people keep coming back to it. So that's why it's #1 on my K-beauty cult favorite list. So the next product on my list is an exfoliator that I was introduced to within the first like week of actually getting to Seoul. I was speaking to a consultant about the texture issues I was having with my skin. Yeah, I'm being very polite here. She was telling me about the texture of my skin very bluntly. Having recovered from acne and still suffering scarring, etc, and she recommended that I start exfoliating regularly. Now I was a little bit nervous about this because my skin is so sensitive. However, I took her advice for a exfoliant that she said would still be pretty gentle on my skin and that was a very popular exfoliator in South Korea. So that's when I picked up these BioPeel Gentle Gauze Peeling Pads from NEOGEN. Again, these are something that I use religiously and have done for quite a while now. If you're looking to get that kind of glass skin glow, then these exfoliators are one of the ways that people get that. Everyone recommends these, everybody has these. They're just like a staple in people's bathrooms. And people really love them because they're super gentle, but super, super effective. So the way you use these is, I'll get it out for you so you can have a quick look. They're literally pads with solution, with vitamin C solution on them. And they have a little pocket here, so you, so there's two sides. There's a kind of gauzy side here, which is a little bit rougher, and then there's the back side here, which is kind of like a cottony side, which is much softer. So I don't tend to use the gauze on this side because it's a little bit too rough for my skin and I have to be very careful with it. But the solution is still soaked into this side, so I just run this over my face, leave it on for about a minute or so, and then wash it off with warm water. So essentially what you're doing by continued use of these is that you're encouraging new skin to come through, and over time you'll get less scarring, less hyperpigmentation, things like that. Now obviously there are loads and loads of exfoliators on the market, but these ones are particularly famous and particularly well loved because they're so easy to use and they are so effective. New exfoliators are brought to the market constantly, but these are ones that people continuously go back for. Now the only thing that I think will be a problem for this particular company, for this particular product, is that they're not particularly eco-friendly. Now that wasn't really at the forefront of people's minds 2, 3, 4 years ago, but now people are much more sensitive to the effects their skincare can have on the environment. Now you obviously use one pad and you throw it away. So hopefully NEOGEN will come out with a product that is similar but a much more eco-friendly option. But for right now, people love this and will continue to love this. Again, we're looking at a product that is not particularly expensive. This retails for around $27-ish. It's much cheaper in South Korea than it is in the States, for example, and it depends on which retailer you're buying these from, but it's around that price. So again, you're getting a really high quality product for a low price, which is one of the reasons why it's a real stayer in the industry. Yeah, also just like a quick note, this is going to be a common thread throughout this video because K-beauty does tend to be a lot less expensive than Western skincare. I've actually done an entire video on that and other kind of differences between Western skincare and Korean skincare. I will link it somewhere here so you can go check that out if you're interested. So the next product I'm going to talk about is a true cult icon. Like, I genuinely don't know anyone who loves Korean beauty that doesn't have this particular product. It's cheap, it works incredibly well, and almost without fail delivers better skin than before you started using it. And it is, of course, from the iconic Innisfree, the Jeju Volcanic Pore Clay Mask. Now this is like such a little dude, like I freaking love this product so much. It retails for about $12, again, depending where you are in the world, but wherever you are, we're talking about a pretty inexpensive product. And the interesting thing about this mask is that the clay does actually come from Jeju. Now Jeju is an island just off the south coast of South Korea. It's very beautiful. I've never been there, but I really want to go. Yeah, and that would be a hint to my boyfriend when he watches this. I would like to go. Please. Apparently it's kind of like the Hawaii of South Korea. It's apparently very beautiful and people go there a lot on vacation, except for me, evidently. But also it is a volcanic island. So the clay that Innisfree collects from Jeju to put in this mask is volcanic clay. And volcanic clay is an extremely potent, extremely efficient type of clay to use for skincare. So what this mask is going to do is it's going to remove impurities and excess sebum from the top layer of your skin, which means it's going to kind of reduce blemishes. If you've got any blemishes coming up, then it's going to reduce inflammation and it's going to kind of clear out those pores to make sure that you don't get any blemishes in the near future. And the thing that I really love about this mask is that clay masks can sometimes make you feel really dry and tight, but this mask doesn't do that. It is almost kind of hydrating in a weird way. Like my skin feels really fresh and renewed and tight, but not stripped, if that makes any sense. It's got a lovely smooth texture. It doesn't really have any awful scent. And what I do is I wear it for about 10 minutes, kind of do my hair or something like that. Or more commonly, just sit on my bed staring at a blank wall thinking about all of the embarrassing things I've done in my life. Wash it off, and yeah, my skin just is beautiful afterwards. Now again, this product is not a new product, it's been out for the longest time, but it is one of those products that people come back to again and again and again because it stood the test of time, right? So loads and loads and loads of masks come out on a yearly, weekly, monthly basis, and they all kind of work. This one works, I would say, one of the best. And it's also incredibly well priced. Why would you pay a huge amount of money for a clay mask that works well, but when you can have this one that costs maybe half the price and works equally as well? Innisfree is a very famous brand in South Korea. It's very trusted, and it's because it produces products like this that are no fuss, that you can afford to buy regularly, and that work really, really well. So the next product I'm going to talk about is a cult favorite, is a cult classic, but it's something that's only recently kind of made its way into the West. It's not one of those products that I think, from my experience, people scream and shout about and think it's the best thing in the entire world, but it is a product that people keep in their bathrooms because it helps a huge amount in certain situations. Now, the product that I'm talking about is the AHA/BHA/PHA 30-Day Miracle Toner by Son by Me. So as the name suggests, this toner contains AHAs, BHAs and PHAs, which are all acids that promote increased cell turnover rates, which we all know help keep blemishes at bay while also brightening your skin. But interestingly, this toner also contains tea tree, which is very, very soothing for skin, which is why I particularly love this toner, because it does help my skin when it's irritated. So the reason that I've included this toner in my list is that I really do think that it's a product that most people have in their bathrooms, and it's a toner that people will suggest to you if you're just starting out in the K-beauty skincare scene. Yeah, like I really feel like I'm underplaying this product. Like, it's a really, really good toner. I don't know why I'm being so like nervous or like unsure. Like, I really, really, really like this toner, and it is very, very, very common and much loved. Don't know why I'm being weird. It's extremely effective, extremely non-irritant, and again, it's sold at a very good price point, approximately $16. I personally tend to prefer a more hydrating toner, but I definitely always keep a bottle of this around, because if I'm experiencing a breakout or I know I've got a big event coming up and I need my skin to look bright and blemish free, then I know that I can turn to this product and it will help me achieve the skin that I really, really, really need to be able to achieve. So that's kind of what I meant when I said it was a cult product, because people turn to it in certain situations. Now, it's got 30 days in the title because technically you're supposed to be using it for 30 days to see the full effects, and I agree with that. And when I first got this product, I used it for the full 30 days. I used it for more than 30 days in a row, and I really did see a difference. But nowadays, I tend to see a difference after like maybe 5 days or something like that. You don't need to use it for the 30 days, but it is definitely advised. So yeah, a toner that you will see in most South Koreans' bathroom. Lovely. So next up is one of those products that is an absolute cult classic in South Korea and is starting to become more famous in the West as well. Loads and loads of makeup artists use it. That's exactly how I was introduced to this product. And that is the infamous Sun and Park Beauty Water. Now, as you can see, I'm kind of sadly running out of my bottle. I'll need to go out and pick up another bottle very soon. But essentially what this product is a very mild exfoliant. Kind of similar to a toner, or indeed you use it in the same way that you would use a toner. Now, you can use this every day. It's going to even out your skin tone and also balance the pH levels on your skin. So as I say, similar to a toner. But a reason that people love this product and continue to use it is that it pretty much without fail makes your makeup look incredible. Yeah, even if you're bad at makeup, like me, this helps you trick people into thinking that you're better than you are. And that's because it really does refine your skin texture. So as we know, with makeup, you can pretty much hide anything. The only thing that you can't ever hide is texture. Now, of course, this is not gonna produce the most perfect marble, you know, marble skin. What the hell is marble skin? Like marble countertop, I think is what I was trying to say. It's not going to create incredibly smooth, like non-textured skin in like one use, but it will help improve the skin texture in a short time basis for you to pop makeup on over the top of it. It's one of those products that I see on pretty much every set that I've ever walked onto, every single makeup truck I've ever walked onto. It is really a product that people always have around. Obviously, you may not use it every single time you use makeup. And also, like, you can use it when you don't wear makeup. Like, it will still make your skin look really, really, really good if you want just like a no makeup day. You can use it for both. But it is a very, very good place to start. And again, it's one of those products that has really stood the test of time, and it has lasted out in this industry that is very, very cutthroat. So guys, like, I'm kind of getting bored of hearing myself talk. Like, this is becoming a very long video. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this in half. This is gonna be part 1, and then part 2 will be on this channel this time next week. I think just in the interest of like everyone's sanity, let's have 2 bite-sized videos rather than one like 40-minute long video of me just talking, because really, who wants to hear that? Nobody. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next week for part 2 of this list of ultimate K-beauty cult favorites. See you next week. Bye!